A good Friday morning, everybody. This is Dave with Cruising to Lose Weight. And we are on our way this morning to St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Looks like I see land. I'm looking at the forward camera on our TV set here, and I see land in the distance, so we're not too far off. It's a little bit after 6 this morning, and they said we're supposed to be arriving at 8 o'clock, so we'll see. St. Thomas was a pretty good port if I remember last time I was here 8 years ago, so yes, yesterday we enjoyed our walking tour. As you can see, got a little sun yesterday, and that's just from walking around. And I was trying to hit all the shady spots for walking, but the sun beat down. But it takes you in a hurry. With that 1 hour walk that I talked about yesterday that was supposed to take, ended up taking 4 hours because we stopped at everything, obviously, and rested, and we didn't push ourselves. Temperatures, it was warm and humid. Temperatures are in the mid 80s, so it's, I drank 2 bottles of water in that time just to stay hydrated. But it was a good walk. I almost walked around the shoreline up to the break point of where the fort is, but I opted to maybe next time. But yeah, the walking tour was good. The hills weren't too bad. You know, it was just a couple steep ones that go up and down, but the nice thing about that was at the end of the day, the route was downhill, which was good because I saw a lot of people coming uphill, and they were struggling. I mean, that's a pretty good pounder. But yeah, we found most of the stuff that we had looked for originally. You know, when we saw this online on YouTube, we were able to follow the directions pretty much the same. The only difference was there was a big festival that was either going on or starting this weekend, and everything, they had a lot of vendors and booths set up. So you know, it was kind of tricky to find out, you know, that street is the street you're supposed to go down, but we didn't make any wrong turns, that's for sure. But felt very safe around town just by myself. There was a ton of policia that were around just about every corner. So security isn't a problem. And I've heard some people arriving, you know, and staying there overnight, you know, for the cruise ship, and they were kind of worried about it, but they have a big police presence in there, and it makes it a lot easier and a lot safer to walk around and stuff. But yeah, we found, of course, the fort. We didn't take the tour inside the fort. I think we'll leave that for another day if we do that. But we found the churches that they were looking that described. We found the plaque for the creation of the Pina Colada. We found Umbrella Street, but Umbrella Street was no umbrellas. For some reason, they were missing, and all it was empty. There was a couple pigeons, or not pigeons, but doves that were kind of on the wires and stuff. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they weren't there. Plus the street was cordoned off, so you couldn't even walk down that street. to observe it. And yeah, it was a good day. We got well over 10,000 steps for the day yesterday, so that turned out pretty good. But let's go into statistics for last evening and this morning. Last evening, our blood pressure was 135/73 with a pulse of 93. Blood sugars were 192, and it gave us an A1C of 9.42. This morning, blood pressure is 118/79 with a pulse of 86. Blood sugars were 217, and A1C was 9.35. We ended up with 10,945 steps, so it was a real good day. Kind of side note on that, my sandals that I usually walk around with had a blowout on the back stitching, and I wasn't able to wear those, so I had to wear regular tennis shoes and stockings. But I took those sandals with me, and I gave them to a homeless person. I stopped at a Walgreens there, and he was sitting outside the Walgreens, and handed him the sandals, and he didn't speak any English, but he took the zapatas, and later on that day, when I came back to port, he had moved from the Walgreens to in front of the cruise terminal and was sitting there, begging, and he was wearing my shoes. So I stopped and pointed to the shoes, and he went like this. So kind of made me feel real good to repurpose my broken sandals for somebody that can use them, and that was a good story. So steps yesterday were pretty good. Sleep last night was another good night of sleep. 8 hours and 9 minutes of sleep with a rating of 98. And our weigh-in this morning was 291.5. It's unchanged. And we're sitting at still a series weight gain of 6.7 pounds since January 3rd. So I was hoping that was going to come down a little bit, but I think with all the water I was drinking, and I took a little snack that I had about halfway through the tour, just for a little bit of energy. But I'm on the intermittent fasting schedule of 23/1, so I didn't eat at all until the main dining room dinner in the evening. So we're kind of holding fast to that. So maybe that'll trigger something. But yeah, today's St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. And we've got a couple routes from the YouTube channel to try out. It's a walking tour. One is right along the shoreline of St. Thomas. It's more of a shopping type of deal. But the other one is there's a Kmart. A Kmart's still out there, and so we're gonna take a walking tour up to the local Kmart. It's got to be the only one that's left, I think. There's only one left in the States, but they've got a Kmart here, so maybe we'll see if we get a blue light special. But other than that, we may take a trolley ride, a tram ride up to the top of the mountain. It's always a nice picture to get a picture up at the top there, but we'll see how the time goes with that. But yeah, today's St. Thomas, so we're gonna enjoy it, and appreciate you guys stopping in for the update, and of course, like and subscribe, and I'll bring you the updates for tomorrow. Guys, take care, and adios.